where a team of deep-sea explorers have discovered something similar deep in the Pacific Ocean. A spooky golden egg. It's not really magical, but it's certainly mysterious.
The deep ocean, a vast and mysterious realm, has long captivated our imaginations. Covering over 70% of our planet's surface, much of its depths remain unexplored, hiding secrets that defy belief. From the deepest hydrothermal vents to a pyramid buried beneath the waves, these are the strangest discoveries made in the ocean's darkest corners. What scientists have uncovered is nothing short of insane. Let's dive in 20 strangest discoveries made in the deepest parts of the ocean. Secrets of the deepest hydrothermal vents. Did you know that the deepest, hottest hydrothermal vents known to science were recently discovered in the Caribbean, off the coast of the Cayman Islands? Far from the magma-rich zones where you'd expect such vents, these discoveries have scientists questioning everything they thought they knew about the ocean floor. Researchers, using high-tech submersibles, stumbled upon the BB vent field, nearly 5,000 meters deep. With temperatures likely soaring past 842 degrees Fahrenheit, these vents are not just deep, but incredibly hot, surpassing even those found in the mid-Atlantic ridge. But it gets stranger. Another set of vents, located on Mount Dent, an undersea mountain far from any typical tectonic activity, has left experts scratching their heads. These vents, formed in unexpected places, could be part of a much larger hidden network of deep-sea habitats. And here's the kicker. The life forms around these vents are unlike anything we've seen. Take the shrimp with light receptors on their backs, for example. Why do they need this ability in such pitch-black depths? This discovery opens up questions about vent ecosystems, the creatures that thrive there, and how heat and chemicals shape life in the deepest, darkest parts of our planet. Could there be more out there waiting to be found? Only time and further exploration will tell. Chilling discovery of the Titanic. Can you imagine being on a mission, poring over sonar images day after day, only to finally stumble upon one of the most famous shipwrecks in history? That's exactly what happened to oceanographer Robert Ballard in 1985, when his team discovered the wreckage of the Titanic, nearly 73 years after it sank to the bottom of the North Atlantic. After weeks of fruitless searching, Ballard's breakthrough came in the early hours of September 1st, when his team spotted a boiler in the sonar feed. The excitement was palpable, but then, as the discovery unfolded, Ballard had a chilling realization. It was 2:20 a.m., the exact time the Titanic sank. The celebration quickly turned somber. We should not be dancing on someone's grave, Ballard later reflected. This wasn't just the discovery of a ship, it was a journey into the past. The Titanic had broken in two, with the bow still upright and surprisingly intact. The stern, however, was heavily damaged, and eerie relics like china plates and leather shoes littered the ocean floor. Yet, the human remains were gone, scavenged by the ocean's creatures. But what makes this discovery truly strange is how it reshapes our understanding of the past. After all these years, what secrets still lie hidden in the deep, and what's out there, waiting to be discovered, just beyond our reach? The goblin shark's nightmare. Ever seen a shark that looks like it walked straight out of a nightmare? Meet the goblin shark, a creature so bizarre it makes Jaws look like a goldfish. With its long, pointy snout and fleshy, translucent skin, it's no surprise. This deep-sea shark earned its eerie name after a mythical Japanese monster. First discovered in 1898 off the coast of Japan, the goblin shark has since been found in oceans across the globe, including the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. But what's most bizarre is how it hunts. This shark has extendable jaws that can lunge out like a spring-loaded trap, snagging prey with its sharp, nail-like teeth. It uses its long, sensitive nose to detect the electrical fields of its prey before silently drifting toward it. Then, smash! Out comes the jaw to grab its next meal. The goblin shark, unlike its toothy cousins, is more likely to eat small, soft-bodied fish and invertebrates. It can grow up to 13 feet long, with females being larger than males. While scientists have cataloged this species, they're not entirely sure how common it is. Could it be more abundant than we think? Or is it one of the ocean's greatest mysteries? As strange as it is, the goblin shark leaves us wondering, what other oddities are still hidden in the deep? And how much do we really know about the creatures that lurk in the ocean's darkest corners? The surprising truth behind the bloop. In 1997, a mysterious underwater sound, later dubbed the bloop, echoed through the ocean, sparking one of the most fascinating maritime mysteries. Recorded by underwater microphones or hydrophones spread across the Pacific, The bloop was unlike anything scientists had ever heard before. But what exactly caused this strange, powerful noise? At first, the possibilities seemed endless. Could it be a new sea creature? A giant squid? Perhaps an undiscovered beast lurking in the deep? Some even speculated military activities or underwater volcanic eruptions. With about 95% of the ocean unexplored, the theories were wild. Years passed with no clear answers, until 2005, when researchers set up hydrophones near Antarctica in an effort to study ice movements and volcanic activity. And there it was, the true cause of the bloop. It wasn't a mythical sea monster. It was an icequake, the sound of an iceberg cracking and breaking away from an Antarctic glacier. Icequakes, caused by the breaking of glacial ice, are surprisingly loud and can travel long distances underwater. And with global warming accelerating ice melt, these events are becoming more common. So while the bloop may have captured our imaginations for years, it turns out that some of the deepest ocean mysteries have much simpler, natural explanations. Just one more reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ocean's secrets. A golden mystery. Have you encountered something so bizarre that it makes you question everything you know? That's what happened during a research expedition in the Gulf of Alaska, when scientists found a mysterious golden orb sitting at the bottom of the ocean. At first glance, it looked like a small, shiny dome, but no one knew what it was. So what could this golden object be? The object was discovered 2 miles beneath the ocean's surface, adhering tightly to a rocky outcrop. Scientists initially thought it could be an egg case, or perhaps a dead sponge attachment. But when they brought it to the surface, they were left stumped. It's biological in origin, said Sam Candio, expedition coordinator for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. But beyond that, the object's identity remains a mystery. Could it be a new species? Or maybe an unknown life stage of an existing one? The team plans to analyze it further in the lab, hoping that more advanced tools can help solve this strange enigma. What if this object is tied to something completely new? Something we've never even imagined? While the deep sea may seem vast and endless, this golden orb is a reminder of how little we truly know about our oceans. Perhaps, with discoveries like this, we're closer than ever to unlocking secrets that could change our understanding of life on Earth. The deep sea's giant. One of the ocean's most mysterious creatures has been filmed for the first time, alive and in its natural habitat. That's exactly what happened when an international team aboard Schmidt Ocean Institute's research vessel, Falkor 2, caught the elusive colossal squid on camera during an expedition in March 2025. A juvenile colossal squid, nearly a foot long, was filmed about 2,000 feet below the surface near the South Sandwich Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. Why is this such a huge discovery? Well, the colossal squid can grow up to 23 feet and weigh as much as 1,100 pounds. But despite its size, it's remained largely elusive, with most knowledge coming from fragments found in the stomachs of sperm whales. Until now, no one had ever seen a live one at depth. It's humbling to think that this creature has existed for so long in the deep sea, completely unaware of humans, isn't it? And here we are, finally capturing it on film. What other creatures, lurking in the vast, unexplored ocean, are waiting to reveal themselves? The ocean's mysteries are endless, and this incredible footage is just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what we'll discover next? A predator in the deep. A creature so elusive, it has remained a mystery for centuries, lurking in the darkest, most inaccessible parts of the ocean. Enter a newly discovered predatory amphipod, found at depths of nearly 8,000 meters in the Atacama Trench off the coast of Chile. But this crustacean isn't just new, it's also the first large active predator ever found in the extreme Hadal zone, a part of the ocean that seems inhospitable to life. What makes Dulcibella comanchica so extraordinary? Not only does it thrive in food-scarce conditions, but it also uses specialized appendages to hunt smaller species in the trench's depths. At nearly 1.57 inches in length, this fast-swimming predator represents a major discovery, one that has scientists buzzing about the potential for more creatures lurking in the ocean's deepest, darkest corners. The Atacama Trench has long intrigued researchers, and this discovery proves just how much we still have to learn. With a unique, isolated ecosystem, the trench is home to an endemic community, and this crustacean highlights how little we truly understand about life in these extreme environments. What more strange animals might still be hiding in the deep is an intriguing question raised by the results. The solutions to these questions might be closer than ever, thanks to technological advancements. The zombie worm. Have you ever heard of a creature without a mouth, teeth, or even a gut that feeds on the bones of dead fish and whales? Meet the zombie worm, a mysterious species discovered by researchers in 2002. For years, scientists were puzzled by how these worms could devour bone material without any obvious way to break it down. How could they possibly penetrate thick whale bones? After years of investigation, researchers from Scripps Institution of Oceanography uncovered the answer. The worms have a secret weapon, bone-melting acid. Instead of drilling through the bones, these worms release acid-secreting enzymes that break down the bone's minerals. This process allows them to access nutrients within the bones, aided by symbiotic bacteria that help digest the material. But there's more to the mystery. The worm's life cycle is equally strange. Females grow large and attach themselves to bones, while the males never fully develop. They stay in their larval stage and live inside the females. Researchers are now delving deeper into understanding this bizarre cycle and how the worm's bacteria help them survive. Why do these worms matter so much? They cast doubt on our knowledge of how life adjusts to harsh conditions. Perhaps there are other life forms out there waiting for us to discover their mysteries. Life in the death trap. A place so hostile that life seems impossible. Brine pools on the ocean floor. These toxic, dense pockets of water are so salty and void of oxygen that most marine life can't survive. Yet, somehow, a whole community thrives at the edges of these underwater death traps. How do they do it? In the brine pools of the Gulf of Aqaba, researchers discovered a mix of life forms uniquely adapted to this extreme environment. From shrimp to eels, these creatures have found a way to exist where most would perish. How? Well, energy here doesn't come from the sun. Instead, life depends on chemosynthesis, a process where bacteria convert methane and other chemicals into energy. It's like an alien world, right here on Earth. But what's even more mind-blowing is the microbial life that exists in these toxic waters. With no oxygen and incredibly high salinity, these microbes have evolved enzymes and proteins that could hold the key to future medicine, even offering clues about extraterrestrial life. Could the extreme conditions here mirror what we might find on icy moons like Europa? This discovery pushes the boundaries of what we know about life in the deep sea, and maybe even life beyond our planet. As exploration continues, who knows what other strange, otherworldly ecosystems might be lurking beneath the waves? Ocean's mysterious monolith. The deep sea could hold more secrets than we've ever imagined. During an extraordinary deep-sea exploration near the Marine Sanctuary, near northwestern Hawaiian Islands, Hawaii, a discovery has left scientists both baffled and amazed. Picture this, a massive stone pillar nearly 49 feet high protruding from the ocean floor like a giant monolith. But what is it really? Researchers from National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration were exploring the remote waters around near northwestern Hawaiian Islands, Hawaii, when they stumbled upon what appeared to be a massive volcanic dike. While some may compare it to the infamous monoliths that have popped up around the world, this one stands alone in the depths of the Pacific. A towering 49 feet tall, this mysterious formation sits about 6,700 feet beneath the surface, untouched by human hands. The scientists were puzzled at first. Is that a rock or a wall? They wondered, live streaming the moment. As they examined the shiny black crust and the sea life clinging to it, it became clear. This wasn't just another rock. It was an unusual ancient lava formation. The strangest part? This volcanic dike is exposed, sitting alone in a flat region of the seafloor where no typical erosion process could have occurred. So, what happened to the surrounding rock? That, it seems, is a mystery yet to be solved. What other secrets are lurking deep beneath the waves? A prehistoric secret. Imagine going for a dive and stumbling upon an entire prehistoric forest, hidden beneath the waves for thousands of years. That's exactly what happened off the coast of Norfolk, where divers discovered a submerged forest from a time when Britain and mainland Europe were connected. Known as Doggerland, this landmass vanished underwater after a tsunami, but now, thanks to a winter storm shifting sand, its ancient oak trees have reappeared. The forest, hidden under 200 meters of water for over 10,000 years, had been completely forgotten until Dawn Watson, a diver from the Marine Conservation Society, uncovered it while swimming just 300 meters from shore. As she swam, she encountered dark ridges that turned out to be wood, and soon after, she found entire tree trunks with branches still attached, as if they had been felled recently. Why is this discovery so mind-boggling? It's not just the trees themselves, but what they reveal about Doggerland, a forgotten land where early humans and animals once roamed. Could there be fossils or tools buried beneath these ancient trees? And what about the stories this forest could tell about the people who lived there before rising seas swallowed their world? It's an incredible reminder of how much we've yet to uncover in the depths of our oceans. What other secrets are just waiting to resurface? An ancient gateway rediscovered. An entire ancient city lost for over 1,000 years has been found beneath the Mediterranean Sea. That's exactly what happened when archaeologists discovered Thonis Heracleion, a bustling port city submerged underwater for centuries. This city, once Egypt's primary gateway to the Mediterranean, vanished after a series of earthquakes and tsunamis. But how did it go unnoticed for so long? Known in ancient times for its grand temples and colossal statues, Thonis Heracleion was mentioned by historians like Herodotus and Strabo, but its physical remains were nowhere to be found until the early 2000s. Thanks to underwater archaeologist Frank Godillo and his team, the city resurfaced in Abukir Bay, submerged under 10 meters of water. What did they find? The site is like a frozen snapshot of ancient Egypt. Massive statues of gods, a sunken military ship, over 700 anchors, and intricate inscriptions that tell of thriving trade and religious rituals. The discovery of a large Ptolemaic ship and a funerary complex filled with Greek merchant artifacts reveals a multicultural society, thriving long before Alexandria rose to prominence. What other secrets might the sea be hiding? With just 5% of the city uncovered, it's impossible to know how many forgotten stories are waiting to be discovered. Could more lost civilizations be buried just beneath the waves? Secrets of the Gulf. What if we told you that an entire ecosystem, unlike anything you've ever seen, exists in the darkest depths of the Gulf of California? Scientists recently stumbled upon an alien-like world, one that raises more questions than answers. Hidden beneath the seafloor, they discovered something truly bizarre. Upside-down lakes and waterfalls formed by scalding hot fluids that spew from hydrothermal vents. But that's just the beginning. The expedition team, led by scientists from the US and Mexico, found a shimmering pool, what they aptly named Glitter Lake. At 5 feet in diameter, the lake sparkled with pyrite, or fool's gold. Clinging to the surface and surrounding tubes were alvanellid polychaetes, or tube-dwelling worms, made their home. These worms, whose fuzzy bodies extend into neighboring tubes in what looks like a game of underwater hide-and-seek, seem to thrive in extreme heat, living off bacteria fueled by the very chemicals in the vent's waters. But these creatures, living in near-total darkness, rely on energy from the Earth's core, not the sun. Could this extreme life be the key to understanding how organisms might survive on other planets? And with so much left undiscovered, what else could be hiding in these deep-sea caverns? One thing's for sure, our planet's hidden wonders are far from being fully understood. Asphalt domes discovered underwater. Could the deep ocean hold relics of the past, with hidden artifacts from long-forgotten times? That's what scientists recently uncovered off the coast of Santa Barbara, California. Giant asphalt domes, 700 feet underwater. These domes aren't your typical seafloor features. No, they're the remnants of ancient asphalt volcanoes, formed around 35,000 years ago from massive flows of petroleum. See the largest of these domes, as wide as 2 football fields and as tall as a 6-story building. What makes them so unusual? They're made almost entirely of hardened crude oil, the same stuff we use to pave roads. But don't start dreaming about harvesting these domes for fuel. The material is far from high quality. It's like the La Brea tar pits of the ocean, says one scientist. But here's the twist. Despite being made of oil, these asphalt domes are teeming with marine life. Some scientists believe that over time, these domes may have become an oasis, attracting creatures that thrive on methane gas seeping from the domes. Could it be that these unusual ecosystems formed in the most unexpected of places? The discovery has left many questions unanswered. How exactly did these petroleum flows create life-sustaining ecosystems on the seafloor, and with the ocean still largely unexplored? The ocean's greatest puzzle. Have you wondered what lies beneath the ocean, hidden from view for thousands of years? In 1987, a diver named Kihachiro Aratake made a jaw-dropping discovery off the coast of Japan's Yonauni Island, a massive, submerged structure resembling an ancient city. Known as the Yonauni Monument, this mysterious site is a puzzling blend of myth and reality. Is it the ruins of a lost civilization? Perhaps even Atlantis? Swallowed by the ocean millennia ago? Or is it simply an extraordinary natural formation shaped by water and time? The debate rages on, with divers and geologists still divided. The monument stretches 50 meters long and 20 meters wide, featuring stepped pyramids, straight lines, and seemingly carved surfaces. It's so perfectly structured that it's hard not to question its origins. Some believe it's man-made, the remains of an ancient culture, while others argue it's just nature at work, formed by underwater currents over thousands of years. With stunning clarity and rich marine life surrounding it, the Yonauni Monument draws divers from all over the world. Could this be the remnants of a forgotten civilization, or just an incredibly unique natural wonder? Whatever the truth may be, the monument remains an enigmatic and breathtaking part of the ocean's deepest secrets, leaving us to wonder. The Baltic Sea Enigma. Diving deep into the Baltic Sea, you stumble upon what looks like the wreck of a UFO. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But that's exactly what happened in 2011 when Swedish divers from the Ocean X team discovered a strange, disc-shaped object about 92 meters underwater. They weren't expecting a UFO, but a sonar image showed a perfectly round formation, leading to wild theories. Could this be the remains of an ancient, sunken city, or perhaps the lost remnants of Atlantis? Some even thought it was a crashed UFO, which sparked the nickname UFO Baltic Sea. The object's strange features, like perfectly straight edges and a series of mysterious platforms, fueled further speculation. But why does electronic equipment malfunction when close to it? Could this be evidence of something extraterrestrial? Or is it just a natural formation, like a massive rock outcrop created by glaciers? Experts argue the latter, suggesting it's a product of glacial activity shaped by thousands of years of natural forces. But the eerie, almost perfect symmetry of the object still makes us wonder. Could there be something more to this than meets the eye? As research continues, the Baltic Sea anomaly remains an enigmatic puzzle, and perhaps the most mysterious find beneath the waves. What do you think it could be? Mining the ocean's oxygen. The deep ocean isn't just a dark, silent place. It's also a secret oxygen factory. A groundbreaking study led by researchers from Northwestern University and the Scottish Association for Marine Science has revealed that metallic minerals, known as polymetallic nodules, are producing oxygen 13,000 feet below the ocean's surface. But how is this even possible in such extreme conditions? Traditionally, we believed oxygen on Earth came from photosynthesis, plants and algae converting sunlight into the oxygen that sustains life. But this new discovery challenges that notion, showing that oxygen can also be produced without any light, deep beneath the ocean. The answer seems to lie in these unique underwater geobatteries, created by the minerals in the nodules, which generate electricity when interacting with saltwater, triggering a chemical reaction that produces oxygen. But why does this matter? Well, these nodules are in high demand by the mining industry for metals like cobalt and lithium. As researchers pointed out, mining these areas could disrupt this natural oxygen supply, affecting deep sea life that relies on it. And this discovery raises a larger question. Could there be other untapped natural processes in the ocean that we don't yet understand? With this revelation, we may need to rethink how we approach both ocean exploration and mining, ensuring we don't unknowingly jeopardize the ocean's delicate ecosystems. Survivors of the deep. Do you wonder what lurks in the depths of the Southern Ocean? Well, scientists aboard the respiratory syncytial virus Nuina have discovered some truly bizarre creatures while studying the Denman Glacier in Antarctica. One of the weirdest? The so-called sea pig, a bloated pig-shaped sea cucumber that looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But that's not all. The team also encountered giant hand-sized sea spiders and tiny, delicate sea butterflies that seem to glide through the water like they're flying. These creatures live thousands of feet below the surface, where the pressure is 380 times greater than at sea level. Envision the shock when researchers pulled up these oddities for the first time. The sea pig, for instance, is a scavenger, feeding on decaying matter in the deep, dark abyss. Its squishy body and stubby legs make it look like a bloated piglet, but it's far from cute. It's a survivor of one of the planet's harshest environments. And these aren't just oddball creatures to look at. They're crucial to understanding how climate change is affecting life in the deep sea. So, are we just scratching the surface of what's down there? With new discoveries every day, it makes you wonder what other strange, alien-like creatures are still waiting to be discovered in the ocean's deepest, darkest corners. What do you think? The Nazca Ridge Expedition. The deepest parts of the ocean may hold creatures that could only be described as alien. That's exactly what researchers discovered on the Nazca Ridge, an underwater mountain off the coast of Chile, during a recent expedition. Among the strange life forms they encountered were ghostly white octopuses, flying spaghetti monsters, yes, a creature named after pasta, and a rare squid, each more bizarre than the last. The expedition, led by the Schmidt Ocean Institute aboard the respiratory syncytial virus Nuina, uncovered a wealth of previously unknown species while exploring this 13,000-foot-high mountain. They found a mysterious Casper octopus, which had never been seen before in the southern Pacific, and even filmed the elusive squid alive for the first time. But these creatures weren't the only surprises. The team also spotted flying spaghetti monsters, a type of siphonophore that appears to float through the water like an otherworldly jellyfish. So, what's the deal with this remote, unexplored region? Is it home to even more undiscovered creatures? And what does it mean for the future of our oceans? With new species popping up at every turn, it's clear that there's so much more hiding in the deep. As the researchers continue to map these seamounts, could they be uncovering the keys to understanding the ocean's most mysterious alien-like ecosystems? Time will tell. A 20,000-year-old mystery. The ocean holds secrets we've yet to uncover. In 2013, a discovery off the coast of the Azores Islands left many scratching their heads. A massive, perfectly shaped pyramid submerged beneath the waves. Discovered by local sailor Diocleciano Silva, the structure is estimated to be 60 meters high with a base of 8,000 square meters, and it seems to be perfectly aligned with the cardinal points. But what is it really? Some have speculated that this pyramid, hidden in the Atlantic Ocean for 20,000 years, could be evidence of an ancient civilization, perhaps even a lost city like Atlantis. However, experts aren't so sure. While the pyramid's sharp edges and unusual shape suggest something man-made, others argue it could be a natural formation, like an underwater volcano. Here's the twist. The area around the Azores is known for frequent volcanic activity, which makes it hard to rule out the possibility of this being a geological formation rather than human craftsmanship. But why hasn't it been discovered sooner by oceanographers who frequently survey this region? Could the pyramid be an ancient artifact, or is it just an incredibly bizarre natural structure? The debate continues. With no clear answers, the underwater pyramid remains a mystery, leaving us to wonder, what else could be hidden beneath the surface of our oceans? So, that's a wrap-up. What other strange mysteries are lurking in the depths? And how much more of the ocean remains undiscovered? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. There's always more to explore.